Hello there everyone and welcome to John Drinks, and if you weren't already aware, the last 4 videos that I've just done have been a celebration, a miniature series if you will, of some of the work of Whyte Mackay master blender Richard Patterson, who just celebrated 50 years in the industry with Whyte Mackay. So I thought it would be a bit of fun to have a look at their range past and present, and we're going to be finishing today on this Whyte Mackay Special Reserve from the 90s. Now, at first you might think, doing the single malts first and then doing the blend afterwards, a bit of an unusual way to do it. But I thought this would be a more intriguing way because now that we've done the single malts, we get to see how they've been put together with a bit of grain. Are we going to be able to pick them out? Maybe, probably not, to be honest. There's not a huge amount of information about this blend. I believe it's still available in some guise or another. But there wouldn't have been much information at the time, and there's not much information now. Blended whiskey and sausages have a lot in common. Nobody seems very keen in telling you what's in them. So, with that in mind, we should just pop it in the glass and find out what we've got. Some quick notes, however. If you haven't yet caught up with the other Whyte Mackay videos that I've done, there'll be cards up above, or there'll be links down below. Whilst you're down there as well, you can also see the score that I've given for this whiskey, and there'll also be links down to my Patreon. If you feel like financially supporting the channel, you can do. There are perks that come with different tiers. You get like advances and stuff like that on different videos that I'm doing, and sort of heads up on projects that I'm going to be doing in the near future. With all that said, let's get on with the whiskey. Now, this is one of the whiskies that I've been definitely more looking forward to. Whyte Mackay blended whiskey now is certainly unremarkable, I think is the nice thing to say about it. It's drinkable, there's nothing inherently wrong with it, but it's... yeah, I don't think you'd go out your way. I mean, it's got its fans, it's got its detractors like anyone else. I would never go out my way to pick up a bottle. But then I'm like that with a lot of blended whiskey, to be fair. I'm not knocking blended whiskey, there are some fantastic ones out there. There's plenty of ones that aren't as well. So, we'll leave it there. But this is their special reserve, so we should have a look at what makes it so special. The whiskey isn't 30 years old, but it's been in the bottle for 30 years. I'm getting a fair few fusel notes again, very similar to how the Fetacan first presented. I almost want to say like buttered crumpets. There's something quite inviting, a little bit doughy, but it is also quite sharp on the nose. It's quite aggressive. There's a lot of heat, you can tell. But getting past that, there is quite a soft vanilla blanket hiding there. The more I'm nosing it, actually, the more floral components I'm getting, which I haven't had with any of the malts so far. They've been more kind of like sugary or fusile. Yeah, there's something quite of a garden about this one. A bit of daffodil pollen in there as well. A little bit grassy. Like freshly cut grass. Alright, the nose actually has a fair bit going on. Let's see what we get flavour-wise. An explosion of icing sugar. Pears. A little bit of chocolate in there as well. Plenty of caramel. A little bit of butter. A little bit of like sage in there as well. There's something quite fresh and herbal about it. That first taste is so inviting. It really is. And then it develops into a more sort of a slightly savoury, fresh, a little bit fruity, a little bit creamy. Let me know down below, have you guys tried any vintage blended whiskies? What did you think of them? Did they surprise you? Were they good? Did you not fancy them? Let me know. Thumb the video if you enjoyed this, and indeed the rest of the series, and also if you want to see more of my liquor drinking shenanigans, then do subscribe to the channel, because I do this more than a GP might recommend. For now though, thank you very much for watching, and do join me next time where I'll be drinking something else.